Hi, this is Mike Middleman, your career coach. I help people get top jobs in financial services, leveraging my 15 years as a banker from Credit Suisse and Merrill Lynch. Our topic today, how to prepare for layoff season, is split into two parts. You can find part one by subscribing to my YouTube channel under the same name. In part one, we covered how to reach out to recruiters on LinkedIn, creating a wow resume that actually gets read by recruiters, and accessing online courses to build your skill set. So today in part two, we're going to cover three new strategies. Number one, are third-party recruiters right for you? Number two, how to intelligently apply online. And number three, if you've already left your job, how long should you wait until you need to include an end date for your resume? So the first question is, are third-party recruiters right for you? Well, what kind of a question is that? Well, why wouldn't a job seeker always want to work with a resource that has access to jobs that you want? Well, not so fast. Let's dig into how a recruiter actually works. See, recruiters are either contingent or retained. Those who are retained work with a company on a specific job search. If a recruiter is contingent, they compete with all the other recruiters out there to get candidates into a company. So it seems pretty easy. You want to work with mostly retained recruiters, right? Yeah. The problem is that some contingent recruiters will lie and say that they're really retained recruiters. Recruiting, like every major business, has its share of bad actors and actresses. Well, how do you tell the difference between the good and the bad? Well, it's really hard. You can ask them detailed questions about the company they represent to try to tease more information out of them and try to see if they're telling the truth. However, at the end of the day, it's just really hard. Also, if you're making a pivot to a new industry or to a new position, recruiters really won't give you the time of day. See, they get paid like all of us do, meaning they do the least amount of work for the greatest pay. A person making a pivot will require more work for the recruiter to convince the company to actually interview you. Well, why should the recruiter do more work if they already have a turnkey professional they can present? In other words, a professional that's already done the same job for the last 10 years. Now, if you have a unique skill set, great. If not, you may not want to allocate that much time to your job search to working with recruiters, maybe 10% of your time at most. If you do work with third-party recruiters, please keep in mind that they work for the hiring company, not you. Don't treat them like a career coach who is paid by you, the job seeker. They won't rewrite your resume, optimize your LinkedIn profile, or give you serious interview preparation. So number two, how to intelligently apply online. First and foremost, given that experts estimate that 75% of online job openings are fake, don't spend too much time in this direction. However, if you are going to apply online, and let's face it, everybody does, let's be smart about it, even if you have the perfect resume. As a quick helpful hint, your resume headline should be 5 to 8 words and communicate your value add. Back to applying online. Number one, don't just apply for the sake of applying. Number two, if a job description says a cover letter is optional, then that is code word for mandatory. But more importantly, number three, do whatever it takes to find the professional responsible for the LinkedIn job posting or the website job posting and follow up multiple times on multiple social media platforms. You have no excuse that you can't find or guess intelligently the poster's email address. Follow up your online submission with a very quick email or LinkedIn message that you applied for the job, which job exactly, and 3 quick bullet points on why you are the perfect candidate. If you follow up on email first, then follow up 2 to 3 days later on LinkedIn, or vice versa. Maybe the professional's on Twitter, and you can follow them. If you follow up by LinkedIn, why not use an audio or video message? Wait, you can do that? Yes. 2 great lesser-known secrets about LinkedIn are that from your phone, and only from your phone, you can send audio and video messages. If you really want a job, a quick 30-second video to highlight your 3 bullet points will make you stand out. If you think that's too much work, then you really don't want the job. Keep up a relationship with the professional then, since even if that job is not the one that's right for you, there's a possibility they'll have another job that is right for you in the future. Okay, so number 3, if you've left your job, how many months can you go before you have to put an end date on your resume? So that's a great question I get asked all the time. So The answer is the world is demanding more and more transparency every single day. Just look at anything going on economically or socially around the world. Honesty is in vogue, even in job search. The general guideline for job search is 2 months. So in other words, if you leave your job, say January 1, then by March 1, you should include an end date. However, never have an end date on your resume as the most recent job. Wait, did I just contradict myself? Well, no. If you've gone past the 2-month point and you observe the 2-month point guideline, then the first entry in your resume experience section should be something to fill the gap. Continuing education, unpaid consulting, you don't have to say whether it's paid or unpaid, or anything. Something needs to be there. An end date on your most recent experience is a surefire way for a human and an HR bot that reads your resume to ignore you. So, to the extent you've gone past 2 months on your resume, put the end date down, but think of another entry that will have dash present. And then you may ask, what about your LinkedIn profile? Well, although I think you have more latitude here because LinkedIn is more of a marketing tool than a resume, I would still stick with the 2-month guideline to be safe. So I hope you found part 2 of this video, how to prepare for layoff season, valuable. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and download my cheat sheet to getting found by the right recruiters on LinkedIn. Thanks.